Holy shit, we're doing this.
Are
What's
we?
happening?
Yeah, it's happening. There's no intro, just complete chaos as per usual.
Excellent.
Sounds
So
about right.
I'm Sean Geek, my fuzzy little brother, fuzzy big brother down there. You look a little
Am I
fuzzy
fuzzy?
today.
Am I
A
fuzzy?
little fuzzy.
Okay.
Or is that the softened because you're trying to be the sexiest man in podcasting? You got
No.
the soft lens there.
No, same lens, same setup. Nothing different.
I like that Christy's in the back, just like, hello,
Just chilling.
hello,
Yeah, I
hello.
was catching bits of this.
I like the lights you got in the background. That's nice. That's cool.
It's Christmas all year round at Mark's house.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to keep it vibey, and these particular lights are a vibe.
Perfect.
Just setting my share screen. Hey, we're live, I know, but I'm setting my share screen windows here. Thanks for coming, Scott, on such short notice.
Sure thing.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it right now. All right, I'm gonna share a screen, guys. Share my screen too. I'm not the guru that that Mr. Morissette is, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, who can be?
There are a few who are.
Yeah.
Very few.
I apologize. Here we go. Optimize for stereo. Perfect. You guys seeing the screen here?
I am. I'm seeing.
A couple times.
Couple times, yeah. Well, let's
Yeah.
minimize that.
Hide on the front.
Here, let's get rid of that. All right, let's put it back up. This is awesome. I'm so unprepared. So, who do we got on the show today, guys? We got two people from one place. We got Scott from another place. Introduce yourself. Let's start with Scott. Scott, first time appearance on our show.
Yeah. Really happy to be here. So I guess I don't really know why I'm here, but maybe I'm here because I'll be co-hosting a Van Halen III podcast with Mr. Chaz Charles soon. That is going to be dropping sometime this summer. It's called Regarding Van Halen III, and it'll be the third season in the Regarding universe from Chaz. And it's going to be an interesting, challenging one. I think Chaz has had it a little bit easy up to this point, if we're being honest. He's done some low-hanging fruit with Regarding Lulu, the Lou Reed Metallica collab. He's just wrapping up the Dark Side of the Moon Redux right now with Roger Waters. But I don't know if he really knows what he's getting into with Van Halen 3 here, because that's not a slam dunk as far as to this point. He's been listening to what are pretty easily described as not great albums. In this case, I think you'll find there's a lot of passion for Van Halen 3. And it's going to be interesting as at least I am going to try to leave my Van Halen baggage at the door and see if I can appreciate more so what's happening on that record. And we got some surprises coming too, courtesy of Mr. Kevin Brown. He's taken a revisit, let's say, of some of the songs, and I think we've come up with a pretty interesting remix of that record that we're going to be sharing out as well.
I'm eager to make an appearance on there. I want to talk Van Halen 3 because I get lost.
You are. You're down for a song, don't you remember?
I am. We got to confirm that date. I think we kind of had do we have a floating date? I got to double check.
Yeah, I have no idea when it'll be. It'll be later on this year sometime.
Yeah, but I definitely want to do it because I think, I don't know. I think there's stuff in there that's good. I know, Todd, what's your 2 cents quickly on VH3?
VH3. Well, I mean, it's got some good stuff on it, but it's just another. I mean, it's the same as when Sammy joined. It kind of morphed into something a little bit different. Whereas Sharon, it morphed again. But I mean, Eddie's playing seems to change a little bit his style depending on who the singer is. So if you notice, like as soon as 5150 came out, you know, OU812, it was different than the type of tone and sound and even style that he had from the earlier stuff. And I'm sure in his mind, he's progressing where a lot of people really appreciate the early stuff, just like any other band. Like a band is usually famous because of their first record or first couple. So yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not. I don't listen to it.
You own it?
I do own it, just because it was Van Halen. Didn't matter. I was going to own it regardless. So I just haven't gone to it very often.
Well,
Let's
and
come
I think
back
as we learned from this recent interview from producer Mike Post, he gave a interview to a podcast, and he is on the record as saying he knew it was a crappy record, and he just went ahead. He
Where
just
was
went ahead and
this? Which podcast was this on?
that was on the news desk recently, right, Corey?
It was, yeah.
The news desk has a post about it, but yeah, Mike Post said he just let Ed do his thing. He was there essentially as an engineer. It sounds like all that he did. So really, that record needed a producer. But don't worry, Kevin Brown has come to the rescue and will produce it for you.
As we Albuquerque our way through here, we didn't introduce the other two boys here. Who are you?
I'll do it. I'll do it for Corey because he wants me to speak for him. It's fine. Hi, it's me, Mark Kamier. With me, as always, Corey Morissette from the show and the podcast will rock your one-stop shop for all your Van Halen needs. And by that, I just mean we spin a wheel and we talk about the discography and catalog of Van Halen's work. And that is what we're all about. We listen to a song and we talk about it. Thank you for having me, Todd. Sean, nice shirt. Yeah, there you go. The real ones know.
Yeah, I love this one. I wear it often.
Is that the Splat and Bone?
That is. Yeah,
You know
that
it.
it is for sure. So the reason I wanted to, so I was trying to find the right reason to bring Corey and Mark back. And I had a million ideas. Like I've got a million, like you guys could come back every week. I would have an idea every week, but I wanted to have something special to tie in with tonight's episode. And in typical Sean Geek and Fast Red podcast style, it has nothing to do with tonight's episode, but it has to at least do with the band. So at least, you know, we're kind of on brand a little bit there. So something that, and Todd can help me out here, but do you guys, I don't know how old everybody is here, but I don't know if anybody was there with Van Halen pre 5150 or not. Everyone raise hands if you were there before 5150.
Barely. I was 1984.
Yeah, Todd and I were 1984 as well. So going back in history, when Van Halen puts out 1984, our world is blowing up. We're like, holy shit, this Van Halen band, what a great debut album. And then we're like, wait, this isn't a debut album. You know, so Todd went back in the catalog, started buying everything. We got acquainted with old Van Halen, and we're all excited. Oh my God, you know, there'll be another Van Halen album. It'll be awesome. And then the word that spread through, you know, all the Circus magazine and all those rags was that Van Halen, you know, they might be breaking up. You don't know what's going on. Dave's got a solo career. So, you know, for the people that were there for 1984, it's like, yay, finally there's a band for us. And they're done. So there was this big frustration when 5150 came out, before 5150 came out. And when it came out, we were so fucking excited. But also at the same time, and in and around the same time, David Lee Roth releases Eat 'Em and Smile. And it's like, okay. Yeah, you know, they're trying to one up each other. They're both putting out incredibly strong records in and around the same time. And as a Van Halen fan, it was like, this is pretty fucking cool. But which one is better? And I've often done rankings comparing one album to the other, and depending on the, you know, which week it is, you know, sometimes 5150 wins, sometimes Eat 'Em and Smile wins. But I really wanted to drive down like Jericho does on his show when he does the album clashes or whatever, where he's comparing track by track, one album to the other album, which is what I wanted to do. And I figured with these, all of these knuckleheads in the room, we could probably come up with a good ranking to figure out which is the best album this week. So are you guys ready for this?
I feel like this is such an unfair battle though, because we're comparing two albums that are just, I don't know, man, like I feel like it's not gonna go the way everyone thinks it's gonna go.
I'm really curious because I was talking to Chaz Mataz, and I also was talking to Heath McCoy, and he actually submitted he submitted some votes for this as well. And then I asked Eric Sench too, and he gave me a complete different set of votes that have nothing to do with what we're doing tonight. So I don't know if I can use those.
That sounds on brand.
Oh, kidding.
And he was like, when he found out that's what we were doing, he's like, I don't know if I can clear my schedule. I want to make it on the show. And it's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. But I wonder if he's listening in his car just like last time. But anyway, so we're going to go track by track. I'm going to queue up something to listen to these albums on. And because Todd doesn't know song titles, as we've clearly established many times in the past. He just knows the riff, because Todd can play every single riff, every single Van Halen riff.
Before you do that, Sean, I just want to set the record straight on something. All right. So during your show on OU812, you made a lot of great points. But I gotta say, I think you unfairly maligned someone on this call here. You said Mr. Corey Morissette hates the song Pleasure Dome.
I don't hate the song.
Point of fact, if you go back and look at that episode, he gave it a thumbs up.
Barely, though, wasn't it? Barely?
Well, Sammy tries to ruin that track. As an instrumental, it's brilliant. It's great. I love listening to it on live right here, right now. The way it was meant to be. Sammy's just fucking awful on that song, though.
I didn't think it was that.
I won't deny that. I won't deny that at all.
Yeah, I upvoted Pleasure Dome.
Am I the Sammy apologist in the room this
Always.
time?
I think you might have some company, Mark.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. Because usually I'm the Sammy apologist, so that's become apparently my brand, that I'm anti Roth, which of course I say that every week, right? I'm anti Roth. Yeah.
Anti-Roth sounds like a salve you can put on to fix things.
If only we could fix David Lee Roth with it.
Oh
Right?
my God. A Hagar lotion for David Lee Roth. Sounds like a good movie.
Exactly. Just a scene in a movie doing that exact action with that music playing in the background.
Did you actually put that on your freaking board?
Of course I do. I got more.
He's got the whole damn song so that he can reference it specifically.
How do you get the cherries on the banana? Like, how do you get the beans on the frame?
Oh my
That's
God.
a question to ask that only grown-ups can answer.
She put the cream in my coffee.
There, that's it. I only got those two.
Well, yeah,
The important.
good enough. I want to queue up the one thing I do with my kids all the time. It drives them absolutely nuts, and they hate that I do this. Is Skyscraper? I'll tip my hand here. Skyscraper is my favorite David Lee Roth solo album for nostalgic reasons. I do love Eat 'Em. Well, I don't want to tip my hand on Eat 'Em and Smile yet, but Skyscraper. There's a song on it called "Hot Dog and a Shake." I don't know if anyone remembers that particular one, but there's a line in it. There's a line in it where Dave, the line says, "Kiss me quick, I'm double parked." I use that with my kids all the time. Like when I'm putting them to bed, me and mom are going to be playing video games, and it's like, "Kiss me quick, I'm double parked," and they're like, "What does that even mean?"
So lame, Dad.
No, that's cool, Dad. I got to shout out. You got a couple of guys lurking in your chat here. Tom Armbruster and and Josh chatting in the chat.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. My daughter's asking for my attention here. Talk amongst yourself for a second.
Oh, so we're live.
We're live.
We're live, and the host has deserted us. So it's our show now. This is
Just wait until the For Unlawful show when I really get deep into the
who's
whiskey.
the host? Sean McGinnity was supposed to be the host, and he just went off frame, my dear.
Oh, there you
So
go.
Oh, he's coming back.
not this one. We host the next one.
We host the next one.
Yeah,
Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
it's a doubleheader.
Someone wants to
David
play
is
The
back.
Sims.
Oh,
I was about to hijack your show, Sean.
You should have.
I tried.
All right,
Todd,
let's
have
get
it though.
Todd. No, wait, Todd, you came to my defense.
Todd just let it happen. You know
Yeah, I
what?
didn't go that far. He didn't come to your defense. No.
No, oh, damn it. All right, so let's get this going here. So I did a little pretty Morissette style Excel sheet here.
Oh, fancy.
So I'm going every time someone votes for one, I'm going to tally this up, and we'll see where we are. There's 5 of us, so there should be no need for tie breaking. So track 1. Should we start with 5150 or should we start with Eat 'em and Smile?
Which one came out first?
Yeah, which one came out first?
I believe 5150. Then it was Eat 'em and Smile, which resulted in OU 812.
There you go.
I could be wrong, but I believe that is the order. Is that
So
correct?
you got your answer.
You're correct. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So 5150. I think everyone's a fan. I think everyone's a fan of these 2 albums. Is that accurate?
Yes, that is accurate on my part. Yeah.
Yep.
Love 'em both.
Definitely.
Well, I haven't done a deep dive into Eat 'em and Smile in quite some time, but I enjoy what I know of it.
What you know of 5150?
No, Eat 'em and Smile.
Oh, okay. Wait, so you're not versed in Eat 'em and Smile?
Oh, a little, but not
Oh,
like
really?
incredibly versed.
Well, remember,
that'll
he's
be-
a Dave hater.
Right.
Oh, right. Remember, I'm anti-Roth, so
Yeah, don't forget that.
that's what I say every week. Every week, you know this, Sean. I say it every week on my
Yes, I
show.
know. I do. I listen every week.
There
All right,
should
so I'm
be. We need a
So
Dave
I'm-
hater shirt.
I'm going to do a share screen here so we can actually, because Todd may or may not remember the song, so I will have it ready for him. Can you guys see? Hey, look, I'm going old school. What the hell is this thing? Can you guys see this? Windows Media Player.
Windows Media Player, Granddad.
Legacy. It's
Thought that was
legacy,
Winamp.
man.
Remember
Does
Winamp?
anybody still use this thing?
No,
Can we use MS Paint to total up the scores?
Hurry up! I want to play a game of solitaire.
Well, you know what? We started using on our Metal Shop show. We started trying to go a bit retro with things that we use for the show because the show's the joke is that the show is stuck in the 1990s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what we're doing there. There we go. So let's start with. Is everybody familiar with Good Enough?
I've
Yeah.
heard it once or twice.
Should we play a little bit of a teaser of it here? We're gonna do it. Doing it anyway. Here we go.
Hello, baby.
Is it just me? But in the beginning where he goes, dig it,
Mm-hmm.
the first time I heard this, I thought he said, David?
He's just trolling David this whole time.
David? Okay, everyone's familiar with this? I don't need to play anymore at the moment, do we?
I'm good.
You're good, Todd?
I'm good.
Good
Scott?
enough.
All good.
Oh,
No.
well done. So that is track one off 5150. Phenomenal intro song, in my opinion. I think it's a great way to launch the album, a great way to launch the new Van Halen. I think it probably should have been potentially a first single because it's the first track, not because it's the best song, but it's got all the ballsy muscle guitar and all that sort of stuff going on. I think it's a great lead-in track. Dave started with a lead-in track, and that was his first single, which was something called Yankee Rose. Now, let's take a listen to that, and let's make a comparison.
What? Well, let me roll up onto the sidewalk and take a look. Yes. Whoa! She's beautiful. I'm talking about a Yankee Rose. And she looks wild. 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 Are you ready for the new sensation? Well, here's a shot heard round the world. All you bathroom boys salute when her flag unfolds. Well, guess who's back in circulation? Now, I don't know what you may have heard, but what I need right now is the original Good Time Go.
Nowhere in that song does Dave say, Sammy.
Nope.
That's what Vi was saying on the guitar. Sammy,
It
why?
says why, but no.
Hey, Sammy.
Kind of sounds like Dave wishes Eddie was there, though, with that call and response.
Oh,
Kinda
God, yeah.
does.
Big time. So, are you guys familiar with the music video for Yankee Rose?
I wasn't until very recently. As some of you know, I do tribute shows in Nashville. One of our friends performed Yankee Rose on stage.
Nice.
He gave us his best David Lee Roth we could have ever asked for. It was amazing. I did not record it, but somewhere out there it's there. Shout out to Barry Donegan. But after that performance, I had to look up if there was a video because I didn't know, and I found it. And yes, I'm aware of it.
So, Dave being completely appropriate as he always is in that video, with a lot of questionable things in the beginning of that video, but I think so. 5150 comes out. Dave's like, I got to put something together. Apparently, this album was put together, fairly quickly, and came out. And I need a bombastic video. Like I'm the guy who did all the videos from 1984. I got to come out of the gate with something hilarious, something crazy, a performance video. While Van Halen didn't release any official videos for 5150, Dave came out swinging with the lead track music video that's pretty badass. Showcasing his new band, and his band ain't slackers, that's for sure. That's a pretty strong opening salvo for any kind of album release as well. Where do you guys rank these two? Which one is the better opening track? Let's start with Scott.
Boy, it's a tough one. They're both very strong. Dave is in his element. He's got the charisma. He's doing his howls. Music wise, it's trying to keep on par with what we heard from Van Halen. But I got to give a slight edge to Good Enough. I think Sammy comes out swinging right out of the gate here. It's an incredible opening to the album, and like you said, to the Sammy era too. He lets us know that he has arrived. I think, and this will be a reoccurring theme for me throughout 5150, but I mean, I think Sammy is at the height of his powers here, in terms of vocally and lyrically at times too. Eddie sounds amazing. We got the classic Mike harmonies that elevate it. For me, I got to give a slight edge to Good Enough.
Some Mr. Morissette.
It was a close one for me too. Yeah, you have the openings. I prefer the "Hello Baby" to the little talking guitar with this. It's almost kind of cartoonish with Steve Vai and David Lee Roth at the beginning there, but I went back and forth all day, like which one am I going to go with? But I think it's really just kind of the singability of the chorus that I give the edge to Yankee Rose. Like, it's a great opening track, and for our American friends, a little patriotic too. Coast to coast, sea to shining sea, all that kind of stuff. He really kind of went all out on that first track. And I think Yankee Rose is my favorite on Eat 'Em and Smile. And I think it just edges out Good Enough. Not that Good Enough is bad. I really enjoyed that track too. But I don't know. The chorus to me just really kind of elevates Yankee Rose. So I'm giving my vote to that.
Mr. Mark?
I mean, you guys know how I feel about Sammy, and 5150's like absolutely great. But it might surprise you that I too had a very difficult time weighing these two songs, and I didn't think I would. But then, yeah, just the time it took, and this might be my most controversial of the picks so far, right off the gate. I'm giving this one to Yankee Rose because I think Good Enough is the better song. It's the better written song. Structurally speaking, and obviously you got the Van Halen brothers on this side, so that never hurts. It always helps. However, the question was, what's the better intro? And just like everything Corey said, the edge has to go to Yankee Rose, if nothing else, but because of the chorus is so catchy. It's Dave sounding like a lot better than he probably has any business sounding, especially after the release of 1984, and what a banger of an album that was. And he does, I mean, they both fire on all cylinders right off the gate. It's true, but in Yankee Rose, you get the Dave isms that you want. You get them like right off the bat, him talking to just the spoken word portion of it all, and just Dave being, oh my God, just before he started scatting, of course. But yeah, it just in sheer terms of repeatability and things of that nature, I got to give the edge, as Corey said, to Yankee Rose.
I'm going to jump in the chat here for a sec. I was like, oh yeah, we got a chat. Hey, this is kind of cool. So let's see what people are saying over there. See, Josh Michael said cartoonish, which is probably what Dave wanted. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Some guy named, here we go. Hey, Scott Everett's there. Yankee Rose. Oh, nice. Tom Armbruster. I think the opening to Yankee Rose sounds more like classic Van Halen than Good Enough does. But Sammy kicked off Van Halen Mach 2. Awesome. Todd, what's your vote? What is the better number lead track to these two albums?
Well, I agree. 5150 was Sammy's debut, and right off the hop, as soon as he comes in, guns a blazing, he's the first one, to jump on with the sound. I mean, it had nice, bend harmonics in the intro, different type of harmonics throughout the song. Now he's able to play with two guitars instead of one, so you can hear kind of Sammy in the background, and you can kind of hear them both playing at the same time, which opens, to unlimited possibilities. Eddie's sound changed a lot. Now he's in stereo, because if you listen to the old albums, you'll notice that Eddie's usually in one ear, mostly. Slightly in the other ear, but mostly in one ear. But this one here is stereo. He's got chorus going. He's changed his sound. But you can still tell it's Eddie. Now, Yankee Rose is a whole different ball of wax. I mean, Vai comes out on his debut, so now he's talking with his guitar. So if Steve Vai could talk, that's what he would sound like, because everything articulates through his fingers, just like if he was saying a poem or something. Like just the way that he plays. But like you said, with Dave, with his signature screams and stuff, that to me is more of the classic Van Halen sound. Whereas 5150 came out, it changed a lot to the point where when I first heard it, it was okay, this voice sounds different. That's Eddie's playing, but now it's in stereo and it's a different style again. So my vote for this one is actually also Yankee Rose. I would say that.
Heroes.
for
All
me.
right.
Now, I had both albums, and if I were to rank each song on the album, both of the first songs would have ranked number one. But I still pick Yankee Rose.
Wow. I'm Yankee Rose all the way. I think Good Enough is a fantastic song. There are a couple of the lyrics don't hold up as well. Sammy is less creative with his looking at ladies like they're pieces of meat. So that's kind of a vote against it in some respects. But Dave's a bit more subtle with his, with his innuendos and stuff. There's lyrically, it's not as I don't know. It a little more creative. There's a more flourish going on there, and uh, I'm a big Steve Vai fan. I'm a big Billy Sheehan fan, and I'm a big Matt Bissonette fan. I think those three. I mean, there isn't a weak player among the bunch. Not that Van Halen has that problem, but for David Lee Roth to, I don't know what the turnaround was in getting these three guys in the band, but how do you put together a band that phenomenal on a short turnaround, put out an album this quickly, and still have strong songs on there? It's insane. Yeah, so Yankee Rose for this for me. So that gives track one. Track one goes to Eat 'em and Smile. Eat 'em and Smile now has one vote. Spooky. Do you guys like that little background going on? I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Mr.
Put that
Fernie.
there for I put that there for Corey.
Thank you.
I'm putting this here for the other fans of the other person there.
That bitch Anne Murray too.
Boy, did Chaz go off on her? Holy shit balls! It's pretty crazy. He's in a massive solidarity with us. So I thank him for that, and Mom thanks him too. I think I sent Mom the picture. Chaz went to a record shop, flipped open was perusing through the records. It was an Anne Murray record, and he sent me a picture of giving Anne the middle finger, and sent me a picture from the record shop. Fucking great.
Oh, just trolling Anne Murray as you do, Chaz.
Trolling it like he does. I don't. Is he in the chat? Chaz, are you in the chat? No, it doesn't look like he is. Anyway, okay, let's get to track two. Track two. Let's go back to 5150. Now, this was I think this was like the lead single. There was no video, but I think they released a clip from Live Without a Net, Funicello, and they released like that live footage clip, and that was sort of like the video for it. Do you guys remember this?
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people like this song in this room, so let's just take a quick snippet of Why Can't This Be Love? I know we could just listen to the whole album, but I had to stop it at some point. That was track number two, first single, I believe. I'm sure someone in the chat will tell me that I'm absolutely wrong about that being the first single, but so be it. I'm not a Van Halen expert. I'll defer to Mark on that.
I do say every week that I'm an expert.
Scott Monroe did finish above both of us in the Van Halen trivia, so let's ask him.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds
Scott?
right to me.
Sounds right to me. Hey, I like that. I like that. So that was the opening track to 50, or sorry, the second track to 5150. The second track to Eat 'Em and Smile was the only track on there that was penned exclusively by Billy Sheehan. So this is a Billy Sheehan song. I think Todd and I talked about this one before, about this song at length before. I'm gonna guess where Todd stands on this, but let's take a listen to Shy Boy by David Lee Roth.
On the stage, I'm in a rage, but you are never fool. Well, I could rock with anyone, but not alone with you. Something starts to burn, and that's deep inside of me. I need a crash of women, knock me off my feet. Shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy, shy boy. Give me
You know, it's funny that we're not even a minute into the song, we're already into the chorus, and everything has already happened in this song. All right, let's take some votes here. Let's start the other way around this time. Todd,
Oh
what's the
boy.
best track? Why Can't This Be Love or Shy Boy?
Well, Why Can't This Be Love is, I mean, Ed didn't have to deal with the criticism from Diamond Dave regarding this playing keyboards. So obviously, but I mean, Ed can play any instrument and make it sound awesome. He can play the ukulele or, the spoons, but, and also Sammy can play while Ed is on. So on keyboards, Ed's solo's got a different structure to it than in the Dave era, but it's still good. Now Shy Boy, I mean, Vi really shows off his chops, especially to the Eddie fans going, who's this guy? I mean, the bass and I mean, Billy Sheehan and Vi together, playing, they're just like machine gunning together, like note for note, but still flavorful because, I mean, some people can play fast, just to be able to play flashy and fast. But I mean, as you know, Vi is so emotional when he plays that it's just not for the speed. There's a lot of flavor to it. So, and this one actually, if I were to rank, Why Can't This Be Love on 5150 album, that was my 8th pick. When it comes to this album, it's Shy Boy. I put as number 5. So for me, Shy Boy wins this one out also.
Let's go to Mr. Mark.
Well, one song is a huge single and a huge hit for one band, and then the other is basically a carbon copy of the previous band. No, Why Can't This Be Love absolutely wins this one for me because it's a classic song by Van Halen and Shy Boy. No disrespect to Steve Vai or the other instrumentalists at all, but this sounds like an imitation of Van Halen, but faster. It's almost like Dave told Steve to play like Eddie if he was on an 8-ball. And it's like, okay, let's hear what that sounds like. So he did it. No disrespect to the musicianship. I'm sure they were told to play that way. So I'm not dissing on them. I'm just saying, it's unfortunate because Shy Boy is a banger, but it's a banger because it sounds like a Van Halen song. So it's Why Can't This Be Love? That wasn't a fair comparison of the two.
I'm just going to pull out of the chat here. So apparently Shy Boy was a Talus song, which was Billy Sheehan's previous band, which I didn't realize that. Yeah, Talus was a good band. Josh Michael, I think this song needs more notes. Classic Tom Armbruster, always with the classic line. Classic Van Halen spirit on that one. Scott Everett, Why Can't This Be Loved by a Mile? Weak ass chorus in Shy Boy. It's too busy and scattered. Oh man. And Tom, yeah, some of us knew Vi from Crossroads. Hell yeah. You guys seen Crossroads? Ralph
Long time ago.
Macchio movie?
That was a good one.
Oh, that one. I was like, are you talking about the Britney Spears one?
No,
No, the
No.
there's a future episode of the show where I got to talk about the Britney Spears Crossroads movie. I took
There you
Todd's
go.
daughter to go see it because she wanted Uncle Sean to take her. There's a whole story about that one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we almost got kicked out of the theater for laughing at every single emotional scene. It was awesome. Well, that's all what the story is.
Yeah.
Let's move up to Mr. Morissette. Mr. Morissette, which is your favorite of these two?
This is a bad draw for Shy Boy. I think if Shy Boy was matched up with Get Up, like sequencing wise, it would have had a better shot. But when you're talking about Why Can't This Be Love, you're talking about the preeminent power ballad of the 1980s. That easily gets my vote. I do like that Shy Boy is number 2 on the track listing on Eat 'Em and Smile. I think Get Up would have been a better selection here for Van Halen, but Why Can't This Be Love third. Get Up versus Shy Boy, I think, is a lot closer and a lot more fun. But as it is right now, Why Can't This Be Love, I think, takes this one.
Awesome. Scott?
Shy Boy, it's a little too classic sounding to me. Both Shy Boy and Elephant Gun kind of sound to me like they're going for a Hot for Teacher vibe, and it just doesn't live up to what we've heard already. And I think you said it too. I mean, after a minute and a half of the song, you've heard all there is to hear. He just keeps repeating the chorus, and it becomes way overused. Why Can't This Be Love is an all-timer. It's no contest for me. It's Sammy has amazing range. Everything is working for the band in their new sound here, and it's arguably, I think, what one of the best jobs they've done of combining synth and rock in this new era. It just really meshes very well.
All right. This is what I'm marking Shy Boy. This when Todd the first time I stole this cassette from Todd, this was my favorite track on the album, hands down favorite track on the album. When I stole 5150 from Todd, that's when I got really good at learning how to fast forward a cassette and getting to the next track. I did not like it. I didn't like Why Can't This Be Love when it came out. I do like it a lot now, and it's actually possibly one of my favorite tracks. But I think for pure nostalgia, Shy Boy like really hits it for me. I like the Vi and Sheehan just working off each other, like just imitating what each other's playing, and Bissonette just rocks on this song. And I could be wrong, but I think when I was eavesdropping on Todd's door as he was listening to this and learning guitar parts and stuff, I'm pretty sure he said, "Fuck, what the fuck is that guy doing?" Trying to learn this song. I believe I might be paraphrasing a little bit. But Vi was another animal. He didn't play like Eddie. And Todd, I don't know if you ever learned any Vi songs on guitar or not, but this one must have been frustrating.
I tried to plug through some of it, but no, it's just way too. It's a whole different style. It's like Yngwie Malmsteen. Like there's just too many notes within and I'm not that. I'm a little, I'm not a machine gun player. I can't do it that way.
By the way, it's not Yngwie Malmsteen. It's Yngwie fucking Malmsteen.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You got to get that right.
I know he believes you got to pronounce it that way.
There was a fringe play called Yngwie fucking Malmsteen that played through Canada, and it was about Yngwie trying to get another job or something other than a guitar player.
Outside of guitar playing?
Yeah, it's
Oh
pretty
my
fucking
God.
awesome.
That sounds like
in-person-
that sounds
on
like a
YouTube.
Kids in the Hall skit.
Oh, totally. It's on YouTube. It's awesome. It's hilarious. All right,
That's
let's
amazing.
get to track 3 of both albums. Go back to 5150. As Mr. Morissette was nice to point out. Oh, I like the point you made, Corey. Get Up, way better second track than a third track. Sequencing, they didn't quite get that right, in my opinion. But here we go. Here's Get Up. As you'll notice, this is not the remastered version of 5150. I actually bought the CD, ripped the CD to my computer. I can't hear Mike at all in there.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
You're
I'm
really
sure the
going
bass
old
playing's
school.
great.
Ripping CDs and Windows Media Player. My God.
Old school all the way.
In the 90s?
Hell yeah.
You have your AOL account active here? The last
Yeah,
time
I
you
still
updated
have,
your MySpace
like,
page.
I still have all my CDs on, well, not all my CDs, most
I'm
of my
waiting to
CDs
hear
on the
the
wall.
AIM chime that he's got an instant message.
Oh, my
Nice.
ICQ just went off. Hold on.
And let me edit my live journal real quick.
All right, I'm opening YouTube windows for you fuckers. Asshole. Oh God. Okay, well let's get to I will switch after this one, but the sorry. You guys
What?
fucking got me. The third track on David Lee Roth's album is I'm Easy, which is a cover. Here we go.
Well, baby, I'm easy, I'm easy, I'm easy, I'm an easy man. Well, baby, I'm easy, I'm easy, I'm easy, I'm an easy man. So come on down and get me, honey, while you can. Available, 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 I am free, I am. Available, 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 I am free, I am. Well, I just can't help myself, I am yours to have. Come get me, baby, get me while I'm hot. Hurry, hurry, baby, you can have a...
Hey. I just feel like snapping my fingers to that one. All right. Let's start in the middle of the pack. Mr. M.
Come on. Get Up's a fucking banger. Like, Van Halen just went to the David Lee Roth band on Shy Boy and said, "This is how it's done," and just dripping with stank.
And put some stank on it.
Get Up just fucking rules. And then you played the song that was popular when Windows Media Player came out and ICQ and MySpace and all that garbage. And it's a decent enough swing cover, but it doesn't compare at all. This is Get Up all day, every day.
All right. I can't. Okay. Okay. That was probably my favorite response of the night. Todd, let's go to Todd.
Get Up. I'm not sure if he's playing a Steinberg, but it sounds like all the strings are in tune, whether he's dive bombing or not. But once the song starts to go, it's almost like a song that you could run with. I mean, Mike's backgrounds, vocals are killer as usual. I mean, Eddie. I mean, you didn't hear it in that part, but Eddie does on his solo some really, this famous two-hand tapping. Really, really good tune. I'm Easy. It's kind of big band blues type of Dave. I've never really been a big fan of the big band that Dave kind of does. I mean, he does it well, not stuff that I normally listen to. But I'm going to pick Get Up all the way.
Mark?
Get out. It's Get Up. And why are we even having this conversation? No. Okay, fine. I'll give you. First of all, I agree with you. Get Up should have been track 2, not 3. That's like a huge shift. But I'm Easy should not have followed Shy Boy at all. Like, I'm Easy should have been the secret track you have to listen for, or at the very end. I don't know. You just like that. It's just such a dramatic shift. I'm not a fan of it. Also, putting that song up against Get Up was just a huge mistake on I'm Easy's part. So it's Get Up. It's Get Up. Come on.
All right. Get Up. It is. Scott?
Yeah, I'm Easy. I think it would have easily won for me over Inside. But
I'm with you there.
yeah. It just, yeah, again, it's nice swing. It's it's a different style. It's got the big band mixture in there, but it just isn't memorable for me. Everything about Get Up is what I want from my Van Halen. It's got this insane tempo, and I think I'm trying to remember. Ryan Powell did the math on this. I think it's up there. It's close to tying loss of control and sort of infection from a beats per minute standpoint. So it's just absolutely relentless. The for me the chorus is just a complete earworm. Um, I it Get Up all day, no contest.
From the chat, Josh Michael saying, "Oh, I'm easy." Oh, and then he says, "Is a skip for me."
Yes.
Scott Everett, Get Up by landslide. Oh, Tom Armbruster, you like Big Bad Bill? I'll give you some BBB. Dave, probably. Yeah.
Dave, probably. I like it because probably he's probably correct.
Oh God. Yeah, and Tom says Get Up is done with the Steinberger for the trans trem. I remember Dave playing. Eddie playing this live with the live without a Net Funicello concert. It was just phenomenal. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep making that joke till the day I die.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone's like, just shut up, Sean. Todd, where do you rank? Oh wait, no, we got you. Wait, I'm the last one. Get Up, 100%. Get Up used to be my favorite. Like, it used to be my top track off 5150. It was it was the shy boy of 5150 for me. It's the one I went to right away. It's the one I listened to right away. It's the one that almost made me stop playing drums because fuck you, Alex Van Halen, for being so fucking good. It's just phenomenal. Even though he's playing an electronic kit on here, or a partial electronic kit, or whatever the hell his setup was, you can still hear Alex through the electronics of it, and it's just fucking masterful. Anything that showcases Alex is a win for me. All right,
Amen.
let's go to track 4. Dreams.
World turns like a wave. Pictures in an empty room. Your love's not
Sounding really good today. And then so I, due to popular demand or because Corey made fun of me too much, we're playing it through YouTube Music. So hopefully this is not the Spanish version of Eat 'Em and Smile. It seems like it might be, but God help us. Like, hopefully it's the right one. Track 4, Ladies Night in Buffalo, or Noche de Ronda en la Ciudad.
See,
talk about the high cost of loving. I think I hear freedom drumming in seams. Give me your heart and I'll give you the stars. Yeah, right, she says. Maybe in your dreams. Yeah. Heat wave blast, kisses.
I just got lost in the groove. I just kept eyeing my drum set, and I'm like, I mean, would you guys notice if I played for a little bit? Okay, so these are the track fours of each album: Dreams and Ladies Night in Buffalo. Todd, let's start with Todd.
Okay. Dreams. I mean, I believe was the video it had like jets flying over or something, or was that a different one? I can't remember now. But it's got a very nice acoustic sound at the beginning with the synth trails. I mean, Eddie's just playing the keyboards, awesome player, like I was saying. This is when I think of 5150, I think if you were to say what album would be most likely a pop album that would have a lot of radio play, would be this one, just because of the keyboards and how melodic it is. But when I go to Ladies Night in Buffalo, my uncle, when he used to play, he used to play with his eyes closed. And if you looked at his eyes and the way that his face would make, he'd make some weird faces, you could tell that he was really getting into it.
You talking
And
about Stank Face?
Yeah, like this, and Ladies Night in Buffalo. I mean, I love this song, very melodic, but very catchy. The solo has a lot of feel to it, the whole song. So I'm going to pick Ladies Night in Buffalo for this one.
Let's go with Scott Everett.
Monroe, you mean?
Oh my God.
There's
Sorry.
too many Scots.
We do have a lot of Scots in
Yeah.
our spheres.
We do. We do.
Now Scott's going to say something in the chat. The other Scott. Oh wait, Chaz Charles is here. I knew he was going to
There
jump
he
on this
is.
one.
It's on now.
The song is a killer.
This is really tough because Ladies Night in Buffalo is one of my favorites from this album. I love the groove. It's such a 2 a.m. vibe. It really captures that late night feeling. And yeah, you do want to make that, kind of stank face as you go along with it. But it's just not fair up against Dreams. Dreams is an all-timer. I think for me, when you look at 5150, there's so many heavy hitters here at the start of the album. And to me, Eat 'em and Smile has a lot of really solid tracks, but they just don't reach that all-timer status for me. I gotta go Dreams. Sammy's range is absolutely incredible. Incredible, very memorable solo by Eddie. I just can't in good conscience put it above Ladies Night in Buffalo.
Let's go to Mr. Kmeyer.
It feels like a cheat, but it's exactly my sentiments. I'm gonna requote Scott Monroe over there because that's literally how I feel about it. I think Ladies Night is good, but it's Dreams. Putting the two against one another is very unfair. It's absolutely Dreams for all the reasons listed by Scott. I couldn't have put it better myself. Thank you.
Todd? Oh wait, you already voted. Never mind.
I'd
Sorry,
vote
I apologize. Oh man,
Don't let him
I
vote
was-
again.
I want everyone to vote again because I really don't know what to do here.
Well,
I
can
didn't
vote then?
pre-vote on anything here at all. Like I wanted this to be live. These are possibly, I don't know if Dreams is not my favorite track off 5150, but it's when we did our 5150 show, which some time ago we had Corey Geek on and we had Mr. Senich on. That was the one that got talked. There was a long chat about that particular song, how it's one of those songs that gets better. Dreams gets better with every single listen. You pick up little things like if you're listening on a shitty ghetto blaster, you might not catch that acoustic guitar in the beginning. But when you hear it later in a nice set of headphones, and you're picking that up, doubling with the keyboard, it's like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Like it's not good, it's just beautiful. It's beyond good. Like it's just masterful. Like the solo, Sammy singing, like everything is so in sync. But Ladies Night in Buffalo is my favorite track off of Eat 'em and Smile, hands down. It's possibly my favorite David Lee Roth solo track of all time. So it just gets the edge for me. Ladies Night in Buffalo just gets the edge. Favorite track of one album versus my second favorite track off the other album. It's so fucking close. I apologize. I don't want to make anybody mad because they're both master classes in songwriting for sure. All right, let's see if in the chat if people are just like firing shots at me.
I mean, probably, but it's the chat.
I could maybe vote while you're checking the
Oh
chat.
wait, shit. Yeah, wait, you didn't vote. Okay, let's go.
I got to break the tie because you guys, the
Yeah.
beginning are two for ladies' night, and the
Yep. Oh yeah.
so I got to tell you, first of all, I love ladies' night in Buffalo. It is dripping with stank.
Are you Tony Stank?
It's one of my all-time favorite David Lee Roth songs. But going up against Dreams, I agree with Scott and with Mark. You got to go Dreams. This is like top level, top tier Sammy Hagar with Van Halen, lyrically, vocally. The song is constructed perfectly. Very, very close for me, but I'm giving the edge to Dreams.
Now I understand this is like a reworking of Ladies' Night in Plentywood. Is that accurate?
Oh, you couldn't fucking handle a ladies' night in Plentywood, my friend.
Well, have they heard the Dick in the Dirt remix with it?
No, I haven't heard that yet. I gotta. Is that in Discord? Did somebody put that in Discord? Because I gotta go listen to that right away.
It's in the trivia show.
Oh man, I haven't listened to the trivia show yet. It's still Friday.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's go to track 5. Track 5. Oh my God, this is gonna be. This is not gonna be easy. Here we go. Track 5, 5150 is Summer Nights.
Oh yeah. Ain't no way I'm sitting home tonight. I'll be out until the morning light. Just hang around them local parking lots. Oh, checking out all the gals.
Best part of playing this is watching Todd sit in his chair, start squirming. And I don't know if you're looking back at the guitars and you're like, maybe we should just pull that guitar down and play along.
Yeah, it's similar with when you feel like grabbing your drums. Same thing.
Yeah. All right, let's go to track 5 from the David Lee Roth album. Guelto Loco. I mean, going crazy.
Well, here I'm rolling down another sunny highway, being in the sun too long. I'm blowing coconuts, released.
I had to hear Bissonette's little bell thing he was doing twice because it's just that good. All right, Mr. Monroe, let's start with you. Best track
Going
5.
Going Crazy sounds to me like maybe what Van Halen would have sounded like if they had stuck with Dave post 1984. It's got the synth in it. It kind of seems like a continuation of where they were with him, and it's good. I like it. It's very solid. But again, I think I'm a broken record here. It's going up against another for me all timer, Summer Nights. It's a pretty easy call. Amazing playing by Eddie on Summer Nights. One of his better solos on the album. For me, Summer Nights has got such a summer vibe to it as well. So it's really, it's got just so much appeal because of what it evokes. I have to go with Summer Nights, even though I do like Going Crazy.
Bud?
I totally agree. Summer Nights, I picked that one. I mean, it's a nice the intro has a nice stereo chorus type of intro. He's definitely using a Steinberg for sure. I think I remember seeing him playing that on Live Without a Net. So the trans trem, he had that all set up nice. The Sammy era um, makes Eddie play in a different style, but very, very, very good. Going Crazy, it's a great song. I remember hearing it in Spanish.
Loco, loco.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very, very, very good song. It was kind of a toss up between these two, but I have to go with Summer Nights on this one.
All right, Mr. Morissette.
Yeah, it's Summer Nights. I agree with everything Todd and Scott just said. Really like Going Crazy. One of the better tracks on the album, but it's up against tough competition with Summer Nights. Both myself and the McGinnity Boys come from barren, frozen wastelands, so I can just imagine what it's like to actually, kick off your shoes and enjoy the rays of the sun, because we usually don't get that here. We had another snowstorm. It's April. We had a snowstorm here like 2 days ago.
Corey, did you take off your winter tires?
No, I'm not stupid. You don't take off your winter tires until that 1 week in July where you're actually going to get summer.
So many people took their winter tires off like 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden, just skating rink. I saw quite a few accidents today.
Yeah,
Just like phenomenal. Just stupid prairie weather.
Yep.
Give me Summer Nights in my radio.
Yeah. Mr. Kamire.
First of all, winter tires, like that's like a whole thing. I mean, it makes sense logically, but you guys have to do that every season?
Well, there is
Good
something called an
God.
all-weather tire, but
Yeah. But that sounds awful, and I hope good on you, Corey, for not changing out of your winter tires, because good Lord, another winter storm. No, thank you.
it's a old wives' tale that if you change your winter tires to your summer tires, it's going to snow like right away. That's just
Wow.
the way it goes.
Well, if that be the case, then there's a lot of your fellow countrymen that owe you apologies so for bringing the bad karma down upon you. But as far as this goes, Going Crazy just has the unfortunate mishap of going against a much better song in Summer Nights. So it's just, it's Summer Nights. I echo everything the panel has said so far.
I'm Summer Nights as well. It's just there was two songs off this album that Todd played relentlessly at live shows, at every practice with his band Overload. It was the song that pretty much like made me like 5150 as an album. It was this song, or it was Todd playing this song, which Eddie's awesome, but I mean, it's super fun to watch your brother learn this song and play it, and then actually play it on stage. I don't know. It's got too many memories locked to it that I could vote anything against the song. So we're halfway through. Do you guys want the tally so far is 4 for 5150 and 1 for Eat 'Em and Smile.
Yep.
Boy, I didn't think it was going to be weigh this heavily one way or the other. I thought it was going to be a tie. Let's get to track number 6. Track number 6. Best of Both Worlds. Okay, how many of you are doing the same choreography from the Live Without Annette? concert. How can you not do the march? All right, let's go to track number 6 off Eat 'em and Smile, Tobacco Road.
I was born in a trunk. Mama died and my daddy got drunk. Left me here to die alone in the middle of Tobacco Road. Growing up, rusty shack.
Alrighty, just going to jump to the chat here for a sec. Seems like Josh Michaels talking summer nights. Chaz Charles retracted his message. I think it said something like Corey that something. I don't know what he said. Uh, no, and then okay. So he said Summer Nights top 50 Van Halen of all time. Tom Armbruster said Going Crazy is a fine pop song. Summer Nights is the 600-pound gorilla in the room. Yeah. All right. So let's go to track number 6. Let's start off. I'm going to start off. I haven't started off yet. I love the hell out of Tobacco Road, but it can't hold a candle to Best of Both Worlds. Again, these were the 2 tracks that Todd used to play with his band. I can't ever vote anything against either one of those songs. So it's Best of Both Worlds for me. Todd?
Yes. But I mean, to me, it was almost a wash. It was like they're both almost as equally as good, but Best of Both Worlds. I mean, it's my best 5150 song. Best of Both Worlds. I mean, just the sound of it, the groove, and everything. Tobacco Road has got its own, rock and groove to it. But yeah, Best of Both Worlds on this one.
Before we move on to the next person, whose version of Tobacco Road is better? David Lee Roth or Eileen Gould? Our mom. You
Tobacco
remember,
Road.
Todd? You don't remember Mom singing Tobacco Road?
No.
Oh, God damn.
Do we have it recorded somewhere?
No, I just remember seeing her play it.
Oh,
And all I say is that if she had performed this song, David Lee Roth would have never put it out. We'll leave it at that. All right, next vote in the room. Let's go to Corey.
I mean, with apologies to John Loudermilk, I'm with Todd. Best of Both Worlds is my favorite song on this record, and it's top 10 Van Halen for me. Tobacco Road's a pretty cool tune, and they do a pretty good version of it, but the matchup did not favor it here. Best of Both Worlds wins in a cakewalk.
Is this the Diver Down album for Dave with all these covers? Mr. Kamier.
Yep. Tobacco Road's cool, but Best of Both Worlds is cooler. So that's like, look, I gave you the change up at the start of this little rank. But from here on out, it's unfortunately, look, 5150 slaps. That album just slaps top to bottom, or maybe like not entirely the bottom, but I mean, it slaps all around. But this is just the unfortunate nature of the album, like track by track comparisons. So, but it's Best of Both Worlds. No offense to Tobacco Road, it's great, but it's not Best of Both Worlds.
Do we need to warn Christy that you're slapping to 5150 right now, or is that
She's slapping before me. We take turns slapping.
oh nice.
Yeah.
That's how it's done in a committed, loving relationship.
Oh, comedic timing. I love it.
Any
That worked out
comments?
really well. Hey, Mr. Monroe, I know which way you're going.
Do you? I love Tobacco Road. It is an excellent rocker. It's got some great swing to it. Absolutely love and adore the howls and catcalls that Dave's doing. He's telling a great story. Absolutely love the little yarn that he's weaving. But come on, it's Best of Both Worlds.
Way to build up
Come
the
on
tension
now.
there.
The harmonies, some of Sammy's better lyrics, I'd say. It's Best of Both Worlds. No contest.
So these are some of Dave's best lyrics. Oh wait, he didn't write this one. All credit to Vi and Sheehan for reworking that song. All right, let's go to track 7. Oh boy. Track 7. Love Walks In, 5150.
Contact is all it takes to change your life, to lose your place in time.
Here is the track 7 of Eat 'Em and Smile.
Every other inch of you looks like a lady. So don't get caught here in the city at night. And if you wanna take a chance and go gun crazy, I'll sell protection for a prize. Wow! We'll call it love or call it murder. This ain't the crime of the century. Oh, don't point that thing at me.
All right. Let's go Mr. Monroe.
I really liked Hot for Teach. I mean, Elephant Gun. No, seriously. I enjoy the tempo and the energy on Elephant Gun. And I think actually for the first time tonight, I'm going to side with Mr. Roth here. Nothing against Sammy's incredible lyrics about being abducted by aliens. The ballad just doesn't do it for me. And it's never been one of my favorites. So when in doubt, I'm going with the rocker here. Elephant
Right.
Gun.
Todd?
I'm going to say Elephant Gun. Love Walks In. It's a major synth song. It's great if you want to sit back, put your headphones on, and chill. But it's one of my least favorite songs on the album. So anything compared to that is going to win. I mean, Elephant Gun itself is an okay song. The arrangements are pretty choppy. It doesn't seem to hold as much substance as the other songs, but I still like this one better than Love Walks In.
All right, Elephant Gun it is. Mr. Kamier.
I honestly can't remember how I voted it. The first time. Love Walks In, but I gotta tell you, it really just like what Todd was saying. It's not it's a weak song of the entire in the span of the entire album. You know, it's like it's not the weakest, I don't think, but it's weaker compared to the previous tracks we've listened to. And Elephant Gun sounds awesome, but I liked it a lot better the first time I heard it when, as slip of the tongue, Scott pointed out, sounds like Hot for Teacher, and I loved it when it sounded like that. And that just, again, when I mentioned, like, it almost sounds like a Van Halen carbon copy, like a couple of these songs do, like Shy Boy did, but I liked Van Halen better. Elephant Gun sounds a lot like it too, except for Steve is really, I firmly believe Dave told Steve to just go insane as if you're Eddie on an 8-ball, because he's throwing in so much that I think is unnecessary, but whatever, you do you, Steve, you're great. So even though Love Walks In is a week's track from this otherwise superb album, I still like it a little bit better than Elephant Gun, simply for the fact that Elephant Gun makes me want to listen to older Van Halen, and this isn't Van Halen. This is just Dave doing an impersonation of Van Halen almost. So Love Walks In. That's for me. It's a shocker, I know.
Mr. Morissette.
Mark, you actually voted down Love Walks In.
That's what I thought, but I'm in a better mood, I guess.
Yeah, I upvoted it on the show, but I'm downvoting it here. I'm giving it to Elephant Gun. I just have a lot more fun listening to Elephant Gun than I do Love Walks In. You got the whole goofy alien thing. Out of the big, Sammy Hagar ballads around this time, it's definitely the weaker of kind of all of them. It's not When It's Love. It's not Why Can't This Be Love. And the alien thing is kind of goofy. So to me,
You're not an X-Files fan, are you? You don't want to believe, do you, Corey?
I don't know. But and who's to say? I'm certainly not going to tell Sammy he wasn't abducted by aliens. It happens all the time, from what I hear. I just watched it on Saturday Night Live last weekend with Ryan Gosling and Kate McKinnon. But I'm still giving the vote to Elephant Gun. I have more fun listening to that track, so I'm going with that one.
Todd and I were recently on the Petty Tom Petty podcast, and there was a Tom Petty song that was that terrified me, and I don't know if anyone heard that, but I have for people who sell their bodies for crack. Those people terrify me. It is a big phobia I have, that and killer clowns. But now, thanks to Corey, I'm going to blame Corey for this. When you guys did the Love Walks In episode, and you guys went off, you guys turned off to Albuquerque, never came back from it with this whole anal probing thing. And Scott, if you could really change your background, I'm like terrified of that fucking thing behind you.
Sure, I'll see what I can do.
Alien probes are fucking terrifying. Thanks, Sammy, for making me hate a Van Halen song. I actually don't listen to that song anymore. So that's thanks to Corey Morissette for actually bringing out the how horrific this song is. The song about anal probes.
You
and then
shadowed
changing the
me.
lyrics and making them be directly related to every aspect of the probe. That is probably the most memorable
Oh,
episode
poor
you guys
Sean.
did.
You see what
I've
you
got
did?
nightmares forever for it.
You shattered the illusion.
So there's no way I'm less terrified of elephants. So Elephant Gun wins. I do love Elephant Gun as a song. I think it's fucking phenomenal. It's great. Yeah, it sounds like old Van Halen, but I like old Van Halen. I love Bissonette on this album. Bissonette is the star for me. He's my favorite player off this album. I'm a drummer. What do you expect? And I think people don't talk about him enough, and I think they should, because he is so pitch perfect on this album.
If it makes you feel any better, Sean, you're more likely, statistically speaking, to be shot with an elephant gun than you are to be anally probed by aliens.
Unless you're in Saskatchewan, I hear the alien abductions are pretty high in Saskatchewan.
You know what? I forgot who I was talking to.
What do you think happened to Kevin Brown? He got anally probed and suddenly has a
That
British
explains a
accent.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Weekly.
You guys are
Yeah.
well. You're in uncharted territory up in the Great White North. So good luck to you.
Yep. All right, let's go to track 8. 5150. It's 5150. I know this is one of those times it should be a crime to actually stop this song anywhere.
I agree.
I'm
How
just saying,
dare you?
like, do we have to like even play the other song? Like, let's just vote now.
I mean,
Fuck it.
honestly, yeah, we could just vote.
5150.
Yeah, let's put the votes in. Corey 5150.
Absolutely.
Mark,
Yeah, I mean, duh.
Scott.
I hope scammers aren't listening because anytime I need a 4-digit passcode, 5150.
Oops.
Oops.
A senior. What's your vote?
I'd say 5150.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, it's such a driving tune. It's
It's unfortunate of the placing of Big Trouble on Eat 'Em and Smile, because I think it is a phenomenal song for sure.
Sure.
It is great. It is one of the it even got played in Less Than Zero. That was the raunchy sex scene in that movie was to. No, wait, it wasn't to that one. It was Bump and Grind. My apologies.
Yeah. But that was literally that song was my that scene was my introduction to that song. I was like, wait, what is that? And like,
Yeah. But yeah, sorry, I think that was Bump and Grind in
it
Less Than
was
Zero.
Bump and Grind,
Yeah.
but still, like the same applies.
Yeah, Big Trouble's phenomenal, but like you can't go against 5150. And for me, I think I brought this up before with you guys, is that 5150 was not my favorite track on this album ever. Until like a long time later. It's one of those songs that continuously gets better and better and better. Sammy actually wrote some phenomenal lyrics in here. All the different things that Eddie's doing, a guitar, like all the different parts. Like that intro, there was a million different like sections going on. It's phenomenal, like genius songwriting. Thanks for doing that 8-ball, Ed.
And I think it goes without saying, but again, Live Without a Net, that brings it to God tier. I mean, that is just an incredible rendition.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, good point.
yeah. Mike Rose did some of his bass, just driving bass bottom end coming through as Eddie's playing. It just makes it just enhances it that much more. If you're driving in a vehicle, that's when the pedal starts to go down and you don't realize it. Yeah.
All right. So because there's only 9 tracks on 5150, why could you do that to us, Van Halen? Why couldn't you just do one more song and make it 10 songs? We're going to cut off the cover of That's Life off of Eat 'Em and Smile.
fair enough.
I mean, if I was going to drop a
there's
track,
a demo track called "I Want Some Action." You could throw that in there. You ever hear that?
no.
I Want Some Action. It's an unfinished demo from the 5150 sessions.
So not to be confused with I Want Action by Poison, right? You're
No.
not like mixing up your bands here? Because I mean, the guitar playing of CC DeVille and Ed are pretty close.
Very close, yeah.
Oh, they're so close.
I love that Van Halen song, Unskinny Bop. Good call.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I think I'm going to take Scott up on that. Okay. So
Look it up. Look it up.
All right. I'll open up a new one, so I don't want to lose my where I am here.
You're
You know,
not, you're
that
not
time
playing
is-
double then.
we can vote on the next one right now. Inside sucks. So Bump and Grind wins it in a fucking cakewalk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's it called again, Scott?
I Want Some Action.
Tonight. Is that a poison tune, isn't it?
There it is.
Remains
Van
to be
Halen.
seen.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we're that'll be our track 10 versus track 10. Do we even need to listen to Inside?
No, we don't.
No, please no.
We don't, unfortunately.
Chaz likes Inside. I'm waiting for him to jump in.
Jazz also doesn't like humans being, so disregard him.
Exactly.
Todd, can I assume your vote on? Well, let's listen to the song, the Dave song for a sec, because people might not like what's this song they're talking about? What's this bump and grind songs? So here it is.
Looking for love in the back of a taxi. Got lucky in a cheap hotel. Hot pants.
Okay, we remember it. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Bump and
That's
grind
about
it is.
Really 80s Aerosmith vibes to it that I really dig.
A little bit.
Todd, can I assume bump and grind for you, or do you want to hear Inside?
No, Inside is the worst. That was my worst song. on the album.
The best thing about it is you can just stop the album there.
Yes, true enough. You don't have to like fast forward. Well, you have to fast forward to get back to side one, but
And Sean can fast forward on his cassettes.
yeah, I get really good at it. Well, that's why all your cassettes were stretched out. That was my fault. I apologize.
Oh, you're the reason why.
Yeah.
If they keep rebuying the albums because they were all stretched out, they start squeaking. Has anybody else? I mean,
Oh yeah.
the older
Oh
generation.
yeah, no, we know. I was just thinking about do we have any like younger audience members that have no idea what we're talking about?
Yeah, it just turns and goes eep, eep,
Mhm.
eep, eep. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Couldn't
for
figure
sure.
out why my Batman cassette sounded that way when I was a small boy. I'm like, why is it doing that? Like,
Well,
'cause
so-
you keep wearing it out.
I remember listening to Led Zeppelin and wondering if the squeak was my cassette or if it was John Bonham's kick pedal.
Oh
And,
wow!
and it was his kick pedal. Like he
Oh,
just
wow,
never
okay.
oiled that thing. Yeah, you could actually hear it. Like the mic would pick it up.
That
All right,
gives
let's
him
go
a
to
little
track 10.
extra character.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, track 10. Let's. I want to save the Van Halen for last.
Yeah.
So let's listen to That's Life.
Alright. Yeah. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high on Monday, shot down in May. But I ain't never gonna change my tune.
All right,
Can we please hear the last 5 seconds though?
of this song, sure.
Yes, please.
The last 5 seconds.
Oh, the last.
Yeah, or 10 seconds or whatever. Or before Dave does a little zippity bop do at the end.
Oh yes.
Classic Dave.
Didn't think it was worth one try. I just rolled
This is for Kameier.
myself up in a big ball and fly.
Y'all think it was all hyperbole? No, there
You
it
know what?
was, right there.
I think the way
You
you
did the
scat,
thing.
Dave. I think that was it's from this. It sounded
Exactly. That's exactly where it's from.
great suggestion, Scott. It's fucking awesome.
Thank you, Scott.
Oh my god. All
This-
right.
You know, I ain't got no body.
Oh God, yeah, it's everywhere.
All right, let's go to
Big
this
Bang Bong.
track I've never heard before, I guess.
Unreleased.
apparently. Todd, are you familiar with this one?
Well, once you play it all, I recommend.
It's unreleased, so I don't know. Okay, here we go. I want some action. I don't think we should listen to the whole thing here, although I want to. Why was this not on the album?
How did Inside beat this? Like,
Great question. I have no idea why this is not on the album.
Sounds like a bootleg, like a drop D Eddie.
This isn't AI, right? For sure. Like this is actually an unreleased
No,
track.
it's been around for years. Yeah.
Wow.
Never
I'll
heard
bet
this.
Eric Sinich knows the answer to this.
Hmm.
I'll have to ask him in, 20 minutes.
20
Yeah.
minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Irving
kid.
Johnson.
Let's do this voting. That's life, or I want some action.
Action. That was cooking, man. I really want to listen to the rest
What
of
a
that.
great riff too.
Yeah. I'm upset this wasn't on the album.
There's not even any Mikey on this. It'd be
Wow.
that much better.
Yeah.
Corey, Todd?
Oh, action, 100%. That's life, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Action.
And actually, I was doing some reading. Apparently, they were going to do a Kim Mitchell cover on this record. Do you guys know this?
Oh.
Whoa, which one?
Kids in Action.
Really?
Because Billy Sheehan was in Max Webster for a time, and I guess he called Kim Mitchell and said, "Hey, I'm in the studio with David Lee Roth. We're going to cover."
Oh yeah,
Kids
those two
in
are
Action."
buddies. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Give me the lyrics to the second verse," because they didn't know it. So, but I got it for whatever reason. But instead of like "That's Life," we could have had a Kim Mitchell song on there, which would have been better. But still, I want some action. Sounds pretty.
Oh
fucking
man, when Kim Mitchell cooked, he cooked. What a ridiculously amazing guitar player.
Hmm.
God damn. All right, I'm going to say this now. When Mark and Corey come back on, I think we got to do some more Canadian classic.
Yes.
Another Canadian classic episode for sure. And Max Webster's got to be in there for sure. I think we played Max Webster last time, didn't we, Corey?
We played Max Webster and Go for Soda. Didn't we do that one too?
I think we might have, yeah. All right. Anyway, all right. Well, the last ranking album cover. Which one had the best album cover? Let's go back to 5150 so you can see it again.
I think I vote 5150. Dave's seems very problematic to me. And also I'm just not a fan of just the up close face. I mean, on anybody as your album, even if it's like your solo, just the blank face up front. It's just whatever. So I'm going 5150.
5150. Todd?
I'm going to go Eat 'em and Smile. It's just more colorful. It grabs you more.
Scott?
5150. It's epic.
All right. I like Eat 'em and Smile. I like that he got RuPaul to do the cover for him. That's just phenomenal. Oh wait, that's not RuPaul?
No.
They got the same cheekbones for sure.
Mm.
All right, anyway.
I do, a little bit.
That one just all right, well,
Do I get
it's
to
no
vote?
surprise.
Corey.
51.
Corey get to vote.
Jeez.
Oh wait, Corey, what you said? What did you say?
I might just not read your fucking rankings on the For Unlawful Ranking show coming up. Right? But for what it's worth, I'm going to vote against you, Sean, and go with 5150. Even though I
Nice.
both covers quite a bit, I'm going with the iconic one.
All right.
So who won overall with all the songs? Was it
Oh
50?
God, 5150. Like Eat 'em and Smile get 3 votes.
Okay.
Or sorry, 4 votes against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including the cover and all the tracks. So 5150 by a landslide.
Not surprising.
Not a shot.
Wow.
Good.
All right, let's see what they're saying in the chat, and then we should get ready for your show.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Armbruster doesn't like the bodybuilder, I don't think. The bodybuilder on 5150 is just odd. Chaz, DLR cover is better, more iconic.
It's Atlas, dude.
And Chaz, Inside is a masterpiece.
Yeah, that's all you need to know about Chaz Charles right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God! All right, well, guys, that was a lot of fun. It was a last minute idea I had, so hopefully that worked for y'all. And
Yeah, that was
I
great.
am not the moderator that Corey is because I kept forgetting people left, right, and center, misnaming people.
You just forgot me, like the least important one on the panel, so that's all good.
No. Where do we find you guys other than in 20 minutes or 15 minutes?
Find us at podcastwillrock.com, where we have all the links to our socials and our merch store, including the merch that Sean himself is wearing. You can find funny shirts like that with little inside jokes that if you listen to the show, you'll be in the know. So do that.
Got one
And-
too.
Yeah. Oh, and Corey's got one. Oh, everyone's got one except for me. That's awesome.
Oh, I didn't even realize that's what it was.
Yeah, there you go. So get your merch over there, done by the lovely Kevin Brown, the aforementioned Kevin Brown. All great contributions to the show, and like I said, the socials are on there. And yeah, we're going live in about 15 minutes, so stick around.
Awesome. Scott, what do you got going
Yeah,
on?
I'm on Twitter at Scott D. Monroe, and as I mentioned, I'll be doing Regarding Van Halen 3 soon with Mr. Chaz Charles and Mr. Wolfie, and they are wrapping up season 2 right now of Regarding Roger. I think they got just a couple more episodes left of that to drop, and then we'll see you for Van Halen 3 sometime soon this summer.
All right. And Todd, where can you find us?
You can find us at seanmcginity.ca. That's SEANMCGINITY.ca.
Awesome. I don't know, sexiest man in podcasting. I don't know. We may have to talk about this in about 15 minutes.
I'm sure Scott Haskin will have plenty to say on that subject.
Awesome. Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Of course,
Thanks, guys.
That was awesome.